Good morning.
Good morning.
So, the other day I was walking downtown when I noticed a man on a street corner. And he was kind of an unusual man. He was wearing a trench coat and 3 different colored rain boots. And he was standing on the street corner and he started yelling at the top of his lungs for everyone to hear, "I have found peace!" Now, this did intrigue me because I think that he knew what he was talking about, though he was only wearing a trench coat and 3 different colored rain boots. Not all the same. But I was intrigued. But I didn't want to go ask him because he seemed a little bit intimidating, so I decided to go home and think about the peace that this man was talking about. So I was sitting out in my room thinking about peace when I all of a sudden got hungry, and then I went to my kitchen, and that's when I first found it. A piece of cake. And so I took the piece of cake and I ran downtown to the man on the street corner wearing a trench coat and 3 different colored rain boots, and I said, "Is this the piece that you're looking for?" And he looked at me and said, "I found peace, and that is not it." Well, so now I was a little disappointed because he just rejected my piece of cake. I did compensate myself with a beautiful piece of cake. And so I decided to go back to my room and I thought about it some. And I was thinking about peace and where to find peace and how to find it. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What's the texture of it? But I just couldn't think it. So I decided to throw on the TV and think for a while about what peace is. And that's when I found this one. One Piece. It's an anime show that I was very intrigued about. I watched every single season in one night. And so I ran downtown to the man with the trench coat and the 3 different colored rain boots on the street corner. I said, "Is this the piece that you're looking for?" And he said, "I found peace, and that is not it." Well, so now I was a little bit angry because he now rejected my TV show and my piece of cake. And so I was feeling a little self-conscious. So I went back to my room and I decided to think about peace more, but I just couldn't do it. So I decided to take my mind off of things and do something really loud. And that's when I started doing a puzzle. Now, out of this 1,000-piece puzzle, I placed 999 pieces of the puzzle. I couldn't find the last one. The last one to complete the whole puzzle. And so I started looking, and I looked on the ground, and I looked under chairs, and I looked over there, and I couldn't find the piece. But that's when I found it. I found the piece. I have found peace. So I grabbed the piece and I ran downtown to the man on the street corner with a trench coat and 3 different colored rain boots, and I said, "Is this the piece that you're looking for?" And he said, "I have found peace, and that is not it." Well, now I was angry because he rejected my piece of cake and my TV show and then my puzzle piece. And so I yelled back at him, "But I found it! I found the piece!" And then the man in the trench coat and 3 different colored rain boots looked at me dead in the eye and said, "Stop looking!" So now I was a little confused. He said he found peace. And I'm trying to search for peace, but how am I supposed to search for peace if I can't find it? And I'm not supposed to look for it. So out of no other ideas, I decided to stand there right next to the man on the street corner with the trench coat and 3 different colored rain boots. And he started yelling, "I found peace, I found peace," but I just stood there. And in between his yellings, the man was smiling. Now this was very peculiar to me because the only thing that this man had to his name was a trench coat and 3 different colored rain boots. But that's when it hit me. The only thing that this man needed was a trench coat and 3 different colored rain boots. He didn't want it anymore. And that's where I found peace. Thank you.